Hey guys, I've gotten some requests for what my morning and evening skincare routine is. So thank you for asking. I love getting requests from you guys in terms of some stuff you want to see. So I'm going to start by showing you my morning skincare routine. I tend to change things up depending on the seasons. So right now I'll show you what I'm basically doing for summertime, essentially. These are my morning products. I know it looks like a lot, but they all do their things. So this ranges from cheaper drugstore stuff to more expensive stuff. The stuff that I tend to spend more money on is my moisturizers, because that's gonna kind of stay on you a lot longer than all the rest of the stuff. So let me just quickly walk you through what I use. So since it's the morning, I don't really need to use this, but this is what I use to get my makeup off. So when I show you my evening one, this is, cheap Pond's cold cream. Like my grandmother used this stuff. I mean, it's been around forever. But I've been using this since I was a kid, and I wear waterproof mascara. So this is one of the only things that I found that can get it off. So in the morning, sometimes you'll have residual mascara left under your eyes. So I'll use my Pond's to get that off. Then my soap is this Avene. It might be pronounced Avene, I'm not sure. But this you can also get from a drugstore or just order online. I love this stuff. This is a cleansing oil. My skin's really sensitive, so I don't really do well with really foamy soap. So this is a really great cleansing oil. Tata Harper, which is another great brand that I love. They make my moisturizers. They also have a cleansing oil. This one is way more reasonable. So if you guys want a cleansing oil, this one is awesome. I highly recommend it. Lipid Replenishing Cleansing Oil is what it's called. So that's my soap. This I use morning and night. So the next thing I do is I have this is a new toner, okay? So I'm trying to transition a lot of my products. I'm trying to transition to more clean brands. And this is one that was recommended to me and I'm really liking it. It's like kombucha-y. It's it goes bad after 6 months, which, you mow through it pretty quickly, but it says Christina, Holly, and Marie Veronique. That's what it says on it. That's the company. And I'm really digging this toner. So this is my new one I use. I put it on some cotton pads and do that. Then I have my Tata Harper skincare. So Tata Harper is more expensive, but it's a really clean brand from Vermont, and I really do like their stuff. I use 2 of their moisturizers actually. When I use one on its own that I like, my skin is still dry. So then I put a little bit of a richer one on top of it. So I use 2 of theirs. If I really need extra moisture during the day, I'll mix in a little bit of this finishing oil by the same company that makes the kombucha toner. You can also just use other regular oil. I bought this oil from a farmer's market in California, and I use this a bunch. It's just really high-end, beautiful organic oil. You can also mix in vitamin E oil with your moisturizers. Just don't be afraid to experiment. If you're going to be wearing makeup during the day, I would suggest not mixing any oil with your moisturizers. Made that mistake during working events. It was not cute because then it moves down into your eyes. So don't do that. But if you're just having a regular day and need a little bit of moisture, you can add some oil into your moisturizers. Then I have my Jurlique eye cream, which again, I use expensive moisturizers and eye cream because that's where I want to put my money into, because that's what's really going to be moisturizing your face. So that's where I tend to buy more expensive products. So this Jurlique, if you want a more reasonable drugstore eye cream, this is one that I would highly recommend. Avene, again, might be Avene. Sorry, this is not sponsored by any of these companies, so can't get mad if I mispronounce it. So Avene, whatever that is, this is a really great eye cream that I use all the time. It's really light. It's great for sensitive skin. It's just soothing eye contour cream. Same company that makes my soap. So this is nice. They also have a bunch of different moisturizers, but again, I tend to use my Tata Harper. But this is a good eye cream. I also mix this with my concealer when I'm doing makeup and stuff, and it works well. Next, Sunscreen. I'm obsessed with sunscreen. So sunscreen is a little trickier. I'm in the process of finding a clean sunscreen. Clean meaning like a clean company without chemicals. It's really hard to experiment with sunscreen because I don't want to risk getting burnt to see if the sunscreen works. I'll tell you what I do know that works on me. So this is La Roche-Posay. There is chemicals and stuff in it, but I've been using this for a while. I used this when I was on Orange during the season when all of us were like outside in the sun. It was gnarly. I'm like, me, Vampira, like when I had my dark hair, like so pale out in the sun. It was when like we were all rioting and my character was living outside. I lived in La Roche-Posay. And I didn't get burnt. So I also, as soon as they yelled cut, I like ran to cover. But I also protect my skin all the time. I always wear a hat and stuff like that. So La Roche-Posay has been good to me. I'm experimenting with this new one called Project Reef, which I'm liking. It does completely turn your skin white. I'll show you an example. Because this is like pure zinc oxide. So if you're gonna use zinc oxide, even for me, who's like really pale, look at how white that is. Like, it's really, the zinc oxide is the main ingredient you want to look for in a clean sunscreen. So I'm really trying to make it work. So anyway, this I'm experimenting with. I'll report back to you guys on that. Here's something I'm loving with the sunscreen. So what I'll do is I'll moisturize, I'll put on my sunscreen, right? Then in my purse, I always have this MD Solar Sciences sunscreen stick. They also make a tinted version, just saying. But literally, if I'm out and it's sunny, you just rub it on your cheeks, your nose. This thing is awesome. I've given it to like 5 friends. And it's just like, you just keep it in your purse, roll it on. They make kids versions. I love this thing. First things first, I'm not wearing any mascara, so I don't need to use any of my makeup remover. So let's just pull our hair back and start Yield Cleanse. I had a facialist one time who told me that using your hands to wash your face isn't enough. So she said to use a washcloth. And I gotta tell you, ever since I started doing that, I use a washcloth all the time and it just feels so much cleaner. So I always have a stack of washcloths. You guys, you can just buy a bunch of cheapy, get dark colored washcloths because I have a ton of white ones at home that I've ruined with mascara and makeup. Get a bunch of dark colored washcloths and just keep them stacked in your bathroom. And it really makes a big difference, I think. Everyone has strong opinions on this, whether to use hands or washcloth. But you always have to, keep your washcloths clean. You don't want to be reusing them day after day because then bacteria builds up. That's not good. So let's do it. First things first, wash your hands. You always want to start washing your face with clean hands, always. Okay. Washy. It's really funny because I'm teaching my daughter now how to wash her face. So she'll watch me wash my face and then she's like, massaging, she's like, Mommy, nostrils, chin, T-zone, which is really funny. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. She's 6 now. Okay, damp washcloth. So this gets all the soapy dope off. Now, when I use just my hands, it just doesn't feel clean now. Okay, great. Let's dry. I always use dark colored towels because I've ruined many a white towel. Okay, great. Toner. Shake, shake, shake. So here's another thing that I'll tell you guys also in my nighttime routine. When I was pregnant with my daughter, I got this really terrible skin thing called perioral dermatitis, and half of my face was like covered in bumps. And one thing that I use sometimes in the morning and at night if I'm struggling with little acne from, especially during the pandemic, wearing masks, or the one thing that really got rid of my perioral dermatitis was this erythromycin topical solution. You need a doctor to recommend it. If you guys are struggling with breakouts, maybe talk to your doctor about that, because it actually really did help me with my dermatitis and when I started getting some breakouts and stuff that were bad under the mask. This is something that's kind of my go-to, so now I always just kind of keep it on hand. But you know, I'm not a doctor, so you'd have to talk to your doctor about it, because I don't know if it's right for you. Okay, so we did the toner, so now let's do some moisturizer. So first I'm gonna do this one. I love hyaluronic acid. So any moisturizer I use, I always tend to have moisturizers with hyaluronic acid. And you can find, there's many places online to find hyaluronic acid, so you guys do your own research, but I love that ingredient. It's just amazing. Okay, so you always want to do neck, down your décolletage, and back of your neck. People don't think to do the back of the neck. Okay, so now I'm gonna do my second round of moisturizer, because that one isn't really enough. My skin just like sucks it up. My skin like loves hyaluronic acid. Okay, cool. A little bit of eye cream now. Oh my gosh, this is like empty. I have to go shopping. So I always, you know, pat around. The other thing I'll do too is at night, I'll show you guys when I do the nighttime routine. Sometimes I'll just put like organic vitamin E oil around my eyes, and sometimes just use coconut oil as moisturizer. You don't have to use really expensive stuff. If it's like nice ingredients, like my body moisturizer is organic coconut oil. Like this is my body moisturizer. I buy it at Whole Foods. I don't use any fancy body moisturizer, I just use this. And sometimes I'll just like slather it on my face too. So that's basically it. If I was about to go out to greet the day, I'm gonna be working at home right now, so I'm not gonna put sunscreen on right now, but I would put on my sunscreen. If I was going to be doing my makeup, I would put on my eye pads and get my, my bags to go down. And now that my son is sleep regressing, that means I'm sleep regressing, so I need a little help. Anyway, all right, well, look, I hope this gave you some ideas for your morning skincare routine. And please let me know what you guys use. Let me know what you're liking. Let me know if you find any great clean brands. I'm always on the search for that. And I hope you guys like this video. Subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications so you know when I put up another one. And I'll see you guys soon. Have a great day.